The other day on stream, I set out for a very important task. That task was to find out what the best root beer candy was. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Brock and I review root beers, so you could call me RootBeerBrock. And today on this episode, we are going to be reviewing root beer candy. We got quite a bit of root beer candy. Let's go ahead and look up some facts about root beer candy. Alright, fun fact. Root beer barrel candy originated in the early 1900s as a result of pharmacist Charles Hines' experiments with Native American root tea. Oh, okay. Root beer was originally a medicinal soda. What I believe happened was that the root beer candy was kind of used as, you know, like a, let me see, probably like a Flintstone gummy, you know, of that time. But it was hard because people were hard back then. They were tough. They were gritty. But now we just hit the gritty, am I right? Hard to hit the gritty with your chair in the way, but yeah, that's about it, people. I think we are ready to review some root beer candy. But first, chat, I want to get an A&W root beer. And we are going to taste what an actual root beer tastes like. How close these root beer candies taste to an actual root beer. So that's what we're going to judge. So here we go. That's a good old A&W root beer right there, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. It's going to be hard to find a root beer candy that comes close. Alright, clean palate. Hey, this is why I got water. I am going to be washing it in between tastes. But I just needed to get my stimulants of what an actual root beer tastes like, okay? So just calm down. We are getting it done. We'll be okay. I'm going to do this one first. This is old-fashioned root beer Sandal Drops by Gilliam since 1927. Wow, this is an old brand, chat. Look at that. Hang on. Oh man, the light reflects off it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, my mom actually got me this and wanted me to review it, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that in one video. I'll just get a bunch of different root beer candies. Exactly, that's what I'm doing, Hecko God. Good observation. Never doubt a scientist and his work, right, chat? Okay, sometimes we have to, because it's not always ethical. But when it comes to root beer, it's ethical. I think. Golly. This is tough to get open. Ooh. Yep, that's a root beer. I can smell that. That is a root beer, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, this looks really different than what I was expecting. I was expecting pretty much all the ones in bags to look something like this. But, let me just show you what this looks like, chat. Look at that. It's white. Root beer candy number 1. Gilliam. Old-fashioned root beer. Let's go in. There's not much of a root beer flavor on that. Okay. Never mind. Here it comes. Yeah, there it is. Alright, that's pretty good. I really like that. That's a lot better than I was expecting. My problem with root beer candy is sometimes it always tastes the same. And hopefully this does not taste the same. It doesn't taste like anything at first. But then, like, the more it sits in your mouth, you start to taste it. That's not bad at all. Okay, never mind. There it is. The aftertaste is horrendous. My mouth feels so dry now. And it feels a little spicy, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little spicy on the tongue. Goodness gracious, this is gonna be harder than I thought because it really sits with you. Gosh, I'm gonna have to really get this out of my mouth. That one wasn't bad. I'll give it some props, but the aftertaste was terrible. So I think because the aftertaste, I'll give it a 4. That aftertaste really killed it for me. That one gets a 4 out of 10. Let's move on to the Dad's root beer one. I'm really excited about this one. I've had Dad's root beer on the channel. It's a good root beer. And the root beer float's even better. Yeah, just a nice classic root beer barrel. And my friend Alicia from my Japanese class gave me this one. So yeah, thank you, Alicia, for letting me try this. She gave me two, but I have no idea what happened to the other one. But that's okay, I still got one for the video. So let's go ahead and go into it. At first, they really taste like nothing. Oh. 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 That's spicy. It's kind of soft. But the flavor is exalting. It tastes spicy. It's slowly coming to me. It's split in half really oddly. So I will say, this Dad's root beer one doesn't taste as good as this. This one definitely tastes better. Like, it definitely was sweeter. And then this one tastes more like just the aftertaste. But it's a little better than that aftertaste. The aftertaste is just so spicy. It's really hard to chew. I will say what I like about the Dad's root beer one over the Gilliam one is it has a very steady flavor all the way throughout it. The Gilliam one had like 3 different flavors. At first, when you put it in your mouth, it tastes like nothing. And it sits in your mouth a little bit, and it tastes pretty good. Like, it's got a good flavor. And then, it tastes like it's awful. I didn't enjoy the flavor as much as that, but at least it's consistent. Okay, so personally, this one is not my favorite as far as flavor goes. But as far as consistency goes, it does have a tick over that one. All right, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 10. I can't go higher than that. I think it does beat the Sanded Drop. All right. I really need to rest my mouth now. My palates are covered. Golly. Oh man, this is tormenting. I think I'll do Reed's next. This is Reed's Root Beer Candy. A Fistful of Dollars Fire movie. Love that movie. All right, I like this little cover that all of the individual drops have. This nice little plastic cover that says Reed's on it. All right, and look at that. It's like a disc. Chat, it's a UFO sighting. Quick. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and go into this. All right. I don't know if y'all can read that, but it says since 1893. So this is an old one. This might be the best one too, chat. I'm really enjoying this. It tastes like the Dad's root beer one with that kind of like stereotypical root beer taste, but it's like more subtle. Like the extract taste of it. Yeah, it's just more subtle. I like it. It's really consistent too. I'm waiting for it to do something crazy. Is it going to do anything crazy? No, I'm not seeing anything. It's just a nice, subtle root beer candy. And I found this at Atwood's, chat. The same visit when I found Fitz's root beer. When I bit into it, the taste got a little stronger. But it ain't enough to justify it being bad. I actually really enjoyed this one. That's definitely the best one I've had today. It had a very consistent flavor all the way throughout it. It was a flavor that wasn't too strong, but it wasn't too weak either. Like I said, it tastes a little bit like the Dad's root beer one, but it kind of toned it down a little bit. I think what the root beer candies have a hard time doing is trying to interact the like creamy flavor that a root beer has. But I think this does a really good job. Nice, safe root beer candy. So I really like this one. I think I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Let me go ahead and do the Dum Dums. Let's go. Looks like it had a little nibble out of it. Whoever did that. That kind of sucks. Maybe it's like a belly button or something. All right. It's kind of lighter than I remember. What? Y'all did this? Are you kidding me? Just took a nibble out of it for me. How dare you? But yeah, guys. All right, let's go ahead and review the root beer Dum Dums. I'm so sorry about that doink of Ika. I'll probably have diarrhea after this root beer candy review. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Dum Dums is coming in swinging. I think this is better than Reed's. It does taste like root beer. And it actually has a little bit of a creamy taste to it. Unlike the others. The others just taste like Barks root beer. No, not Bart Simpson. Barks. Barks root beer. This little hole that's in the Dum Dum, I'm just putting my tongue up against that and it's really exalting the flavor. It tastes so nice. I'm not disrespecting Dad's root beer, brother. I will say though, this Dad's root beer candy is nowhere near the drink. This root beer candy sucks. The drink is way better. I bet it, that ain't cheating. This is what I do all the time. I'm a biter, bro. I do not waste time when it comes to hard candies. I get through it. I'm not a sucker. I'm a biter. No, I'm just impatient when it comes to hard candy. Good gosh. Okay, Dum Dums actually beats Reeds. I haven't really been able to tell y'all what this tastes like because chat's just going crazy right now. I love that. I love that chat's going crazy. But yeah, this tastes really, really good. It did what Reeds did. It tastes subtle, but it kind of added an extra sweetness to it that made it a little creamy in a way. I know, like this A&W root beer. So I give it its props. So I'm gonna rate this above Reeds. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. This is a good root beer candy. This is fire. And my mod, which he is not in chat right now, which is sad because I'm reviewing his favorite candy, really likes Dum Dums. So he would love this review. So shout out to Zeno and shout out to Dum Dums. Dum Dums coming in clutch. That's fire right there. Alright, it's going to be hard to reset my palates, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, moving on. We are going to do my grandma's homemade candy. My grandma made this. Chat, my grandma made this. So I'm excited to taste this. I don't remember what it tastes like, to be honest. But yeah, she makes this hard candy at home. This hard glass candy. This is what it looks like, chat. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like meth.
Chemistry.
But it's not meth. It's root beer candy. Glass candy. Yeah, Grammy for the gang. That is right, chat. And I might make a video where I make this root beer candy, either with my grandma or just by myself. Oh, I should pet the dog. Here's my dog. This is Pebble. I'm gonna pet her. All right, now I'm gonna go into this root beer candy, guys. So let me go in. So this is definitely the weakest tasting one that I've had. And what I mean by that is there's just not much flavor being exalted. Okay, this one's kicking up. I'm starting to taste it more. It tastes just like Dum Dums, but it's not as powerful. This one kind of has a creamy aspect to it, chat, which is what I look for. But it's not as strong as Dum Dums. Oh my gosh, I almost swallowed, almost choked. Holy cow. Almost choked so hard, chat. That was almost tragic. I'm not gonna lie. My grandma's homemade candy coming in clutch. I think I'm gonna give this the same rating as the Dum Dums one. I might have a face-off with this and the Dum Dums one at the end to see which one I like better. All right, let's move on. Okay, this one's worrying me. It's just very bland. It has no brand attached to it. I got this in an assorted candy aisle of Atwoods. So let's just go into this and see, chat. Maybe this will shock us. Maybe this would be a 10 out of 10 on a root beer candy scale. So here we go. Here's the barrel. Looks like a shriveled prune, a giant raisin. All right, let's just go in. Oh my goodness. This one just tastes bad. We're getting back to the Dad's root beer one. It tastes really similar to Dad's root beer, but it's not as strong. I actually like this one more than the Dad's root beer one. I should have checked the calorie count on these. You can't even check the calorie count on this one. Hey, there's only a few that you could check the calorie count and the sugar and what. This one's only 10 grams of sugar. I don't know about the Dum Dums. How much is this one? This one doesn't even say, does it? It just says the ingredient. It just shows sugar, glucose, syrup, pretty much everything sweet. Chat, am I getting scammed? None of it, like, only 2 of these have sugar ingredients on it. And they're around 10, so it's not that bad. My verdict on this one, I think this is like middle ground. It's definitely better than the Dad's root beer. but it's not as good as Reed's, and it's definitely not as good as Dum Dums and the homemade one. I think I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. Yeah, just a normal, naked, clear wrapper. Very generic. Yeah, it's a 5 out of 10. It's not that bad. Gosh, the root beer taste is very strong in my mouth right now. I saved what I feel like may be the best for last. As far as presentation goes, this is the best. It's old-fashioned hard candy by, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to say that. Cleese? Now you can enjoy that old-fashioned soda fountain root beer flavor in a delicious hard candy. Try some today. I feel like there's someone just standing on the corner, just constantly repeating that. Let's go ahead and crack this open. I want to thank my Aunt Robin for giving me this one. She sent it through the mail, which was really cool. And soon, chat, I may set up a P.O. box so y'all can send me stuff. And I got some scissors to cut this glorious last bag open. Go ahead and cut her open. Or cut him open. I don't want to assume any genders. Oh my gosh, this looks the exact same as the other one, but it's bigger. But will it taste better? Let's see, chat. Oh my god, that's like a ball of sandpaper put in your mouth. What the heck? Oh, it tastes like licorice. Oh no, I'm just licking the ball and exulting the flavor. I don't know about this one, chat. So this is kind of, the more that the flavor like kind of sits and goes through, it gets a little better. So the middle flavor, this is kind of like this one, where it has like a free layer of flavor type thing, I think. So I'm on the second layer right now. It's almost like ogres in Shrek, you know? They have layers. Sanded root beer candies have layers. So the second layer is not bad. The first layer sucked. It tasted awful. I did not like that much. This one does taste better than Jillium, I will give it that. But it's not as good as Dum Dum and this one. The homemade candy. Alright, if that initial taste wasn't so bad, I'd give this the same score as Reed. But that kind of brought it down. Alright, I think this is going to be a 5.5. My dad's favorite rating, by the way. He loves to rate things 5.5. He is very strict on his rating. So 5.5 is a good rating to my dad. So yeah, 5.5 out of 10 is for Clay's old-fashioned root beer candy. Not bad.
5.5.
Alright, so first up, we're going to do Dum Dum again. Let's see how this tastes. This one's just so good. What the heck? Man, Dum Dum is wild, bro. Like, what the heck? Dum Dums are so good. Dino knew what he was talking about. They are slapping. It's going to be close, chat. Okay, I think this is the strong piece. Grandma's homemade candy right here. This is my own grandma. I think this one has like the sweetness and creaminess that I like about root beer, but it doesn't get too strong into there. I think I got it. All right. Dum Dum. Dum Dums wins.
Yeah, baby.
I'm giving it to Dum Dums, chat.
That's what it's all about.
Dum Dums came in clutch. I'm sorry, my grandma. Hey, you had a good running. This was fire. This is definitely the second best root beer candy I've ever had. And at the same time, I know not everybody, I can't really call this a winner either because I know not everybody has access to this unless you're in my area, which I'm not going to advertise my grandma's candy making business on the internet because I don't want everyone spamming her phone and stuff or being weird. But shout out to my grandma for making this candy for me. Thank you so much, Grandma. And yeah, Dum Dums is our winner. It's so accessible. You just literally go to a store or your local parade and someone will throw you a Dum Dum, or you just buy a bag of Dum Dums and boom, you got you a root beer Dum Dum along with a lot of other Dum Dum flavors that they have. It's delicious. So yeah, guys, Dum Dum root beer is the winner. As I go in for the final sip, I'm going to say thank you to everyone that watched me on stream review these amazing root beer candies. Some were more amazing than others, Dum-dums, I'm looking at you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. It's UntoBeefX23. Here we go, guys. Let's go in for the final sip. And with that, I like to say, good job. Let's go home. All right. I need to go to the dentist now. Let me go to the dentist.
You thirsty, partner?